is the problem in SHA? And what's the problem in the healthcare system in Kenya? Not even SHA. And Fred, the fundamental problem we have is that the decision makers who needs to make the health system work do not use the public health system. That's it. Fred, if you're a husband at home and you don't eat at home, people will only be eating boiled maize, boiled beans. There'll be no chicken, there'll be no beef, there'll be nothing palatable to eat in the home. But if you consume breakfast at home, like now, if my wife calls me and tells me, Fred, there's no milk, and because I have to take breakfast where I live, I tell, oh, go buy milk because I need that milk in the morning. Mm-hmm. So the thing is that go to State House and ask Mr. President, what is his SHA number? Is State House on SHA? No, they are not. The entire executive from ministers to PSS are not on SHA. You come to Parliament, they are not on SHA. Every member of Parliament has 10 million shillings in their health medical insurance, and that one is for every year, and there's a private insurance company offering them medical insurance. Come to judiciary, the same. If they want to think I'm wrong, let them give you their SHA number. The president should be having number 1001 SHA number, deputy president 002. The day we shall have the public officials being on public health insurance program, it will work. Because you hear when they have a problem, they go outside the country. Mm-hmm. So that is why it cannot work, Fred. Let me tell you, Fred, when I become president, it will become illegal to use public funds to buy private insurance for public officials. Mm-hmm. They should use their private funds to buy for themselves private insurance. They cannot take public funds and buy private insurance for them, then let Kenyans consume what they do not make decisions on. Right. And because of that, it can't work. But let's not leave just that and only. Education systems do not work because they take their kids abroad. Mm-hmm. The current CS of Treasury, we saw the daughter graduating in Australia. How can he write check for capitation?
Fred OGOLA has strongly criticized the Social Health Authority SHA, saying it was never designed to serve Kenyans but rather to exploit them financially. Speaking on Morning Cave on TV47, Prof. OGOLA questioned both the integrity and the practicality of the new health financial system, accusing decision makers of hypocrisy and self-interest. According to Prof. OGOLA, SHA is bound to fail because those in charge of making it work do not rely on the same public healthcare system they manage. The problem with SHA is that the decision makers who need to make the health system work do not use the public health system. In Parliament, they have a medical cover of 10 million and use a private insurance company for their health care. When they want treatment, they go outside the country. This is why SHA will never work, he said. He adds that policy makers have no incentive to fix the public system since they personally enjoy access to quality healthcare abroad and through private insurance. This disconnect, OGOLA said, leave ordinary citizens trapped in a failing system that lack accountability and compassion. Prof. OGOLA further claimed that the foundation of SHA was misguided from the start, saying its primary goal was to extract money from hard-working Kenyans rather than improving the healthcare delivery. He warned that the massive financial jump from NHIF 1 billion shillings to SHA 104 billion allocation raised serious questions about the transparency and possible embezzlement. OGOLA added that without addressing corruption and governance failure, Kenya's dream of universal health would remain a political slogan rather than a functional reality. The professor called for a structural reform to ensure public participation, proper oversight, and equitable resources allocation in the health sector. He emphasized that Kenya needs a leadership class that leads by example, one that uses public hospital and experience first-hand challenges ordinary citizens faces. His remark comes amid growing public criticism of SHA, which many Kenyans see as a burdensome, opaque, and vulnerable to corruption. Professor Ogola's sentiment echoed those of other leaders and health experts who have called for the system to be reviewed or scrubbed out altogether until it guarantees fairness, accountability, and accessibility for all citizens.
Offer free healthcare because you can afford it. Last Thursday, I took a petition to Parliament, Senate, and to EACC. I gave a case that since independence, we've lost 6.7 trillion shillings to corruption. And I gave everybody their average. The first president took 200 billion shillings under administration to corruption. The second president, it was 1.2 trillion in 24 years. The third president, it was 608 billion in 10 years. The fourth president, it was 610 billion in 10 years. The fifth president is scooping now with a spade, not a spoon. He gobbled 3.7 trillion into corruption. Why can healthcare be free? Why can education be free? And we gave the Senate 21 days to get back to us. If they don't get back to the solution, we shall occupy EACC. And let me tell you where the problem is again, Fridays. Do you know the distance between State House and EACC is not more than 200 meters apart, isn't it? EACC was started 15 years ago, receiving a budget of 3.9 billion per year. In 15 years, they have spent 58.5 billion and recovered 28 billion. I don't think that is good business. And then they need to recover 6.7 trillion. They cannot recover that money forever, so it's useless, should be disbanded unless they prove the point. So the issue is the intention, and corruption is the problem, and it is everywhere, Fred.
Okay.
We should make corruption illegal. These things, for example, you can even see the case of the president himself when he came. He was able to forgive the people who are corrupt. Like
Mombasa Governor Abdulswamar has called out former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in a fiery attack, claiming that Gachagua and his united opposition should keep their mouth shut. This after the claims that Raila Odinga, the ODM party leader, was hospitalized in one of the hospitals in Dubai. A few days ago, ODM party leader Raila Odinga has been missing in action. Some claiming that the party leader was ill and was receiving treatment in one of the hospitals in Dubai. Then Mombasa governor, during a meeting with grassroots leaders, called on former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for spreading false statements. Gachagua was caught on record saying that the former Prime Minister was ill and the ODM party should not direct the words to them, saying they are not the disease or the bacterium. Abdulswamar Sharif, who is one of the leaders in ODM party, called and said that is a misinformation, urging the public to disown that information and wait for an official statement from the family of Raila Odinga or ODM party. Abdulswamar Sharif said, and he told Raila Odinga or Rigathi Gachagua together with United Opposition to keep Raila Odinga's mouth out of their discussion.
Akaunti nyingine, kila mmoja akaniomba ya kuwa anataka kuweza kufanya zile sherehe, manake ikimalizika Mombasa ndio itakuwa ni kikomo. Na mimi kwa uso upande ilibidi nikubali kuweza kuahirisha zile sherehe zetu za ODM. Lakini sasa naona na kuna na wengine ati ikifika sijui mwaka ujao kama ODM bado iko katika broad based, sisi tutoka. Si utoke sahi. What is the problem? You know, why are we, you know, hii mambo kutendekezana. You don't have any faith in the party that got you elected. Resign sahi si kuna by-election yaendelea. Kesho kutwa tuenda Magarini, Kasipul, sijui wapi, na wewe kweli kama kweli waona ya kwa chama hakina nini, wewe una chama chako ambacho kwamba chaweza kufaa zaidi, resign honorably, tuingie katika debe, tukuoneshe yule ambaye kwamba ataweza kuingia katika chama ni nani, sio? Ama namna gani? I think respect needs to be earned. Wajua, as much as we are a party that allows everyone to be able to speak, kila moja ana haki ya kuongea. Lakini kila moja ana haki kuambiwa ya kwa kama wewe vile unavyoongea mdomo wako uko skwembe. Wazee wangu nadhani mwanielewa. Kila moja ana haki ya kuongea, lakini yule ambaye kwamba anaongea mambo nyef hazieleweki, pia na sisi tuna haki kukuambia kwa hii maneno yako ya hivi na hivi, hata sijui ikifika mwaka fulani sijui chama hakina nini, resign. Wewe wacha tu. Tuachie sisi. We would rather have few people who believe in the ideologies of the party than many people ambao kwamba kila moja anaenda upande huu na upande huu. And then we will go back to the people. Si tutaregea kwa watu. Watu wenyewe si watachagua. Ama namna gani? Turegeeni bwana. We go into kabisa. We will not be cowed down at you. There was a reason why we got into broad-based. Hawa ambao kwamba sasa hivi wanatuambia sisi sijui mambo ya broad-based, mambo ya nini. Sasa ukweli utakuja kufichuka. Kuna watu walikuwa na nia yao na madhumuni yao ni sisi kama ODM ndio tukata mstari wa mbele kuipasua nchi iende mapande. Kama kosa letu ni kuhakikisha ya kwa hii nchi isianguke na tuwe na kauli moja na sauti moja, we are guilty as charged. Ikiwa sisi tulikataa watu waweze kuzidi kuuliwa, tulikataa watu damu isiweze kumwagika, tulikataa hii nchi isiende kwa majeshi, kama hilo ndo lile ambalo kwamba tuhukumiwa nalo, sisi tuko tayari tuhukumini. Lakini yule ambaye kwamba aona ya kwa hii populist politics, sijui chama hakina nini, kama hakina si uende. You go bana, kwanza hata watu wengine wamechelewa bana. Mimi leo kuna keki pale. Na najua saa nyingine sijui, mimi sina maradhi ya sukari, lakini sasa sijui sukari inshuka, ndio maana watu wengine nikiona vile wanavyoongea unitia hasira. Na ukifika bunge Machele wape salamu. Yule ambaye kwamba hana imani na chama, roho safi awache sasa hivi. Hata tukabaki na watu wawili, tutaregesha wote 90 na wengine na chama. Bring it on. Roho safi.